Hey mama, are you tired of feeling stressed and overwhelmed trying to grow your online business with your babies at home? You desire more flexibility in your day, allowing you to pour into your family, yourself, and your business without running yourself into the ground. Mama, you can build your dream business and do it in a way that fits your current season of life. And I'm going to show you exactly how. Welcome to the Mama Turned Mompreneur podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Singletary, daughter of the king, wife, mama of two, and life and business coach for mompreneurs. On this podcast, you will learn business strategies made for mamas just like you, who desire to be successful CEOs and fully present mamas without stress or overwhelm. So whether you're an entrepreneur who transitioned to a mompreneur or a mama turned mompreneur, I am here to support you. So grab your coffee, notebook, and pen, put in those earbuds, and let's dig in. These are my confessions. Hey, mama. Welcome to another episode of the CEO Mama Confessions. So we are going to be talking all about, you don't have to hustle. Like, hustle culture is toxic. You don't need to sacrifice your family to reach your business goals. And I wanted to touch on this because I have seen content around temporarily sacrificing your family so you can hit your goals. And I just want to clarify, this isn't to say that you don't have to do hard things or you don't have to put in the work to reach those goals in your business. But I don't believe that you need to buy into this whole hustle culture in order to hit your goals. I don't believe that you have to temporarily sacrifice being a present mama to hit your goals. And so I just really wanted to touch on that because, I've seen it where people are being told that they're lazy because they aren't doing X, Y, and Z, or that they don't want it bad enough and whatnot. And honestly, it's so negative, especially you feel it as a mom, especially when you're in the thick of motherhood. Your time and capacity, it's limited. I say this all the time, but it is true. When you have little ones who are solely dependent upon you, and maybe you have them home with you full time. Maybe they're not in daycare, or even if they are and it's part time or whatever the case may be, your time, the time you have in the day, it looks different. Your priorities are different. And so hearing constantly this messaging that oh, you're not hustling, you don't want it bad enough, that impacts your mental health. It causes you to question whether you're doing enough, whether you are making the right choices in your business and different things like that. And so I just want you to know that you don't have to, subscribe to this hustle culture mentality. That doesn't have to be your reality. You can build a profitable business, but it may take you longer. And that's okay because your priorities are different. Your focus is different. How you do things, it's different. And that's okay. So I don't want you to beat yourself up or feel like you aren't doing enough or that you don't want it bad enough. That is not true. You have the permission to slow down in your business. You have that permission, mama. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing. Even if you see other mamas in business doing all of these things, you don't have to walk the path that they're walking. You get to decide what your business looks like, what you do in your business. That is up to you. So it's all about knowing what your priorities are and focusing on that. And like I said, this isn't to say that you can't build a business, that you can't have a successful business. Yes, like I said, it may take you longer, and that's okay. One of the things I always say is, the whole building a business that fits your current season of life. It's a season. This being in the thick of motherhood with little ones, it's a season. It's not going to be this way forever. they are going to get older. They are going to become more independent. If you decide to send your kids to school, they are going to eventually go to school. And even if you decide to homeschool, as they get older and more independent, they're not going to require as much from you. The relationship is going to look a lot different. They're going to be able to play independently while you get some work done in your business. So it's just a season. One of the things that I recommend to you when you are like in the thick of motherhood and you're just not sure how to really make this business work, you need to know what to focus on. You need to know what to prioritize. And honestly, it's getting visible and selling your offers, which they go hand in hand essentially. And so what I suggest to you is choose simple visibility strategies, ones that fit your current season of life. So you realistically right now, maybe you can't show up on social media as much as you would need to in order to really see that return you desire. So look at other methods, like the ones that I'm going to be talking about during the build a visibility strategy that fits your current season of life. Those are low effort, low energy visibility strategies that don't require all of your time and attention. So sign up for the free masterclass. Head on over to momatermompreneur.com/masterclass to grab your spot and learn how you can leverage those strategies. Sell your offers. So that's just inviting your audience to work with you. When you have people reach out and ask you questions, if they seem like they would be a good fit for your offer, invite them to work with you. Invite them to hop on a call with you or whatever your process is, like the next steps for them to, get to know you better and see whether or not you're a good fit to work with each other. But that's something that I feel like a lot of us struggle with is like we have people asking questions and like they're not coming straight out saying they're interested in working with us, but they're asking us questions that relate to our expertise. And it's like we just got to be bold and be like, hey, I really think you would be a good fit for such and such offer. Would you like more information on that? It's that simple. It's that simple. Now, yes, you may get people who they may leave you on red. That's okay. At least you let them know how they can work with you. But also, it's just setting those boundaries and not continuing to give more and more and more and more when it's like, okay, this person really would be a good fit. Like, I can really help them if they, hopped into this offer. So you really got to look at that. And like when it comes to, getting visible, creating content and all of that, just start with 2 platforms. And again, keep it as simple as possible. So like maybe you are Instagram, but you don't need to post every day, post at a lower frequency, but then leverage that with podcast guesting or speaking engagements or, participating in bundles and growing your email list. Look at how you can really set it up in a way where it makes sense for your current season of life, that you realistically have the time and capacity to commit to. So just to kind of give you guys examples, I have a couple of clients where we literally just went through this, where they realized that they did not have the capacity to do certain things in their business. And so we looked at simplifying things. So for one client, she was showing up on socials, doing the email, and then like hosting challenges, like doing these different things to really build her community. And she wanted to start a podcast and, start one-on-one coaching and all of these things. But honestly, it just did not make sense for her current season of life. And so we really just talked about it and really looked at like, what does she realistically have the capacity to commit to in this season of her life? And so she decided to focus on one thing. She really decided to just focus heavily on email marketing. And that has been huge for her. That has been a game changer for her Now, yes, she does eventually want to start participating in bundles and different things like that. But right now, she doesn't have the capacity to do those things. And that's okay. So she's focusing on email marketing. I have another client whom she was feeling overwhelmed because she was doing her podcast, showing up on Instagram, doing a lot of speaking engagements, and she was trying to leverage email marketing. It was too much for her. So we looked at okay, what can you let go? What can you take off of your plate right now? So she decided to let email marketing go. Now, is she not still getting visible? Yes, she is. She's still getting visible. She's still building community and everything, but she's doing it on her terms. She's doing it based off her current capacity. So that is what you have to really look at and find out what actually is realistic for you right now. What can you commit to? What isn't going to cause you stress and overwhelm and different things like that, and still allow you to show up in your business and build your business, allow you to still move the needle forward in your business. That's what you have to look at. So for you, mama, look at all that you have going on in your business right now. What can you let go of, or what can you do differently? So that way it's not requiring more of you, more than you actually have to give, because you can't run yourself into the ground with this business and still be a present mama and still be a present wife. So you have to figure out what those priorities are, make those the priorities, and then look at what can I do differently? What do I realistically have the capacity to commit to right now in this season of my life? Yes, I want to do these other things, but right now they just don't make sense. So I'm going to put those things on hold. So that is your homework. Figure out what that is for you. Okay? Figure out what that is for you. And if you want support with simplifying your visibility in marketing with low effort, low energy visibility strategies, head on over to mamaturmompreneur.com/masterclass to register for the masterclass. All right, mama, I'll catch you in the next episode. Well, mama, that's a wrap on today's episode. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to hang with me. If you enjoyed today's episode, will you do me a favor and follow the podcast and leave a review? Hitting that follow button and sharing your thoughts about the podcast are the best ways to ensure that other mamas like you find this show. Your review also lets me know if you're enjoying this podcast, so make sure to share your thoughts before you go. All right, mama, I'll catch you in the next episode.